Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. It's Friday, February 10th, 2023. And we begin with some school kids in New Zealand getting a huge surprise this week when one of the world's biggest pop stars turned up to give an unexpected performance. Ed Sheeran is currently performing in that country as part of his World Mathematics Tour. He explained to the BBC that he had a day off in Auckland, and I thought we'd come to some schools and give some kids a surprise with a free gig. He played a few songs, posed for pictures, and then gave a short speech where he encouraged kids to follow their own journey in life, explaining that even though he wasn't good at some subjects in school, he found music and decided to stick with it. A lot of assistance is pouring into the areas of Turkey and Syria after a series of powerful earthquakes struck the region this week. The U.S. Geological Survey said the biggest had a magnitude of 7.8 and was felt 1,000 miles away. Many buildings collapsed and rescuers are working round the clock. Damaged roads are making these efforts more difficult, as well as freezing temperatures and snowfall. In Turkey, many mosques have opened up as shelters for people who have lost their homes. This region sits on several fault lines, making it one of the most earthquake-prone parts of the world. But it's been about 80 years since a tremor this big hit the area. In other KidNuz notes, a new update on repairs at the 13th century Notre Cathedral in Paris. It's estimated that work on the sharp spire that was badly damaged in a fire almost 4 years ago will be completed by the end of next year. There had been hope the rooftop work would be finished by next summer in time for the 2024 Summer Olympics in the French capital, but the project's taking more time than expected and won't meet that goal. How heavy is your backpack? A recent survey in Japan found that more than 90% of children ages 6 to 12 said the weight of their traditional backpacks, when full of books, was a problem, with the average tipping the scale at 9.5 pounds. And nearly 1 in 4 of those kids also complained of shoulder or back pain. But not all backpacks are getting a bad rap. A 12-year-old girl has invented a special one that can help people breathe better. The blue-colored backpack has a solar-powered air filter attached to the small front pocket that can reduce nearby air pollution. Eleanor Wood lives in a big city in England and was inspired by her mother, who has asthma, a lung disorder which makes it hard to breathe. Her Breathe Better backpack recently won the top prize in the Backpacks to the Future competition held by the Institution of Energy and Technology, and her winning entry was displayed in a major department store in London. Thanks to the Super Bowl, some students in certain regions of the U.S. are getting a shorter school day on Monday. The Philadelphia Inquirer says that city's school system has announced that classes will start 2 hours later than normal on the 13th, so students and staff can cheer on the Eagles and still get a good night's sleep. However, other nearby districts said they would start at the normal time on Monday to set an example of life readiness and how to balance priorities. Meanwhile, in Kansas City, the home of the other Super Bowl competitor, the Chiefs, there are reports that one school is closing for the day Monday, another is delaying its opening. And in both cities, many schools say if their team wins Sunday night, they will shut down for an entire day when a celebratory parade is held. That's it for KidNuz. Now our KidNuz quiz, generously sponsored by the Strasburgs of Silver Spring, Maryland, to wish a big happy birthday to Caleb with a K. He turns 9 on Monday, and Mamo, Daddo, and little brother Derek want him to know how proud they are of his hard work in 3rd grade and in jiu-jitsu. Have a great day, Caleb. Now, today's quiz. What singer gave a surprise performance at some schools in New Zealand? Ed Sheeran. The biggest of the earthquakes that hit the Turkey-Syria border this week was how strong? A 7.8. When is the repair work to the Notre Cathedral expected to be done? By the end of next year. A 12-year-old girl invented a special backpack that can do what? Help people breathe better. In our KidNuz Kicker, longtime KidNuz listener Jacob Cohen of Menlo Park, California, is making some news of his own. The 15-year-old lifelong fan of crossword and grid-based puzzles just got one of his own published in this past weekend's New York Times Magazine. And it's just the first of many. His Upon Reflection logic puzzles will appear every Sunday in the magazine for the next 16 weeks, which Jacob says is an absolute dream come true. He even started a website during the pandemic to share his original puzzles with others stuck at home, while also raising money for a charity called United to Beat Malaria. So far, Jacob has raised over $3,000 for the organization that provides mosquito nets to families in Africa to slow the spread of the disease. If you'd like to try one of Jacob's puzzles, head to our resource page. We've posted a link to more than 300 of them, and they're all free. Thanks again to the Strasburg family of Silver Spring, Maryland for sponsoring today's quiz, and happy early birthday to Caleb, who we're told is the best big brother ever. And hello to our terrific KidNuz teachers, Mrs. Callahan and her Panthers at Broadwater Elementary in Billings, Montana, Miss Mason and her Irish at St. Mary Magdalene in Mukilteo, Washington, Mrs. Burton and her class at Warren Hills in Liberty, Missouri, Mr. Larson and his Lions at Lincoln Elementary in North Platte, Nebraska, and Mr. Hamilton and their pet Euro Spike at Wycliffe Progressive Elementary in Upper Arlington, Ohio. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to check out our Week in Review quiz in the extra credits section of our website. And if you signed up for the KidNuz Club, look for our word search in your emails. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here for more KidNuz Monday morning.